Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to part 2 of my Riese Remastered mod. So basically this is going to be an update as I finally fixed a bunch more things in the mod, and I'm going to go through each one of those, and then after this video I'm going to fix one or two more things and it'll probably get released. So to lead things off with, if you watched my previous video you saw that I was working on the spawn pistols and changing that all around, so I'll go ahead and show what I have right now. Let's load up the map. So basically each character would spawn with a unique pistol, and you can see that right here. So I had that working, but the problem was when they went down with quick revive, they got the wrong pistol. They just went back to the Colt, so I was finally able to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and show an example right here. But we spawned in as Nikolai, and we've got the Russian pistol. So if I go here and I just kill myself, you will see he now actually has the correct pistol. And there's also even one more cool thing that goes with this, which is that, let's wait till I'm back, okay. I give myself this, and then I go and do it and go down again, you will see that I do not get that same pistol again because this gun is obviously better, and this is how it worked in Black Ops 1. You get the ray gun, and so that's just how it works now, and it works with the upgraded version as well. So yeah, that's the first thing that I've finally fixed, and also in co-op I've tested it as well. You just keep the normal pistol, which would be the Tokarov in this case when you're down, so that's perfect. And then it also would switch to a better pistol. So if you had like the Magnum or well, I guess that's the only pistol I guess that you can get from the box. It's not the ray gun. Yeah, so that is the first major change that's finally fixed. And then next up is the, oh well, and I guess I'll quickly show, this is some of the code I had for it right here. There's some basic conditionals, and then I finally was able to fix the Type 99 sounds. So let's see if I can remember the name. There we go. So I don't know if you can hear, but I finally have the working sounds with this gun, which is pretty cool. And so I've officially decided I'm going to keep this in the mod. I was originally unsure, but I think it's a good fit. And I also have the upgraded variant. So the thing with the upgraded variants is that I had to do the camos from scratch basically because they didn't exist in the game files. So this is what I've come up with. So obviously it's not perfect because I couldn't map it. Like I don't have a Maya and I don't want to do all that work, so I just replaced the textures. But it works, it gets the job done. Basically I followed exactly the original, what the original developers did, so if there was any wood on the weapon they didn't change that with the camo. And they would leave random gaps and stuff too in the weapons, which I tried to mimic in one of the other weapons. So like for example, if I just give myself the MG42, you can, oh whoops, the upgraded one, you can see that there's like these metal gaps in the weapon that are just normal, untouched. And so I also added in one more weapon, which is the SVT-40, which also has working sounds and everything. It's good to go. So if we give ourselves the upgraded one, you can see I did that same thing. So I kept some like random metal and wood on the weapon, and I used the alternate texture, which you can see on the slide in the magazine, how it's like smoother, and then the rest of it is very textured. So I tried to recreate best as I could what the original developers did. And then if I also, actually I can just, I'll use console. So I'll go through some of the other pistols just to show you. So here we got the Nambu. This is the Japanese one. So I also did the PAP camos for these from scratch. I made the magazines like the smoother texture, and then the rest of the gun is textured. And then we can also do this one. I already showed the Russian one. This is the German one. And so yeah, that's all working. The only way you can get these pistols is just by spawning in with them. So that's pretty much that. Let's see, Richtofen fixed. Oh yeah, so if we restart, hopefully we can get him. No, we want to do this. Okay. I finally fixed his hands because originally something with the lighting and the maps of the view hand model were like glitched. I don't know why it's taking me 500 restarts. Okay, there we go. And the lighting was not correct, so I finally fixed that. So if you just look at the hands, here we can actually increase our FOV a bit. You can see that the lighting works much better now. It doesn't like change, like the fingers aren't all like super dark and the hand isn't like super bright. It's all like mesh together well now. It works fine. So I was able to just adjust something with the normal map in the material, and it was able to get the issue fixed. One more thing too with the FOV, speaking of that, is that now I finally actually made the max FOV 90, so it still defaults to 80, but if you want to go to the extra 90, you can do that. What else we got? So I also did some co-op fixes. You know, I'll show that at the end actually, so I can stay in this this map. But the flamethrower I finally fixed a couple bugs with it. So if we give ourselves the flamethrower, there we go. First off, the first pickup sound works now properly. Only issue is that when you get weapons from the box, it doesn't even do the first pickup sound, so it's kind of useless, but I guess it's cool that I fixed that. But yeah, the knife delay is fixed. I don't know if I talked about it in the previous video, but the flamethrower used to be really bugged when you tried to knife, so now it's normal. I also have fixed the ADS, so when you aim down the sights, it just works fine. With your toggle settings on, obviously, that's my controls. I think if you use let's see, just the normal ADS, then it works fine, but if you have it on toggle, it like would glitch out, and so now you can finally aim down the sights properly, which is cool. Let's see, oh yeah, I had to scrap the idea of resetting the cooldown with the max ammo, just because it's impossible. And then, I talked about that. Oh yeah, and I guess I fixed a lot more, like, of the hint strings and names of various things. So like, for example, the M1 carbine, I made it actually say M1 carbine instead of M1A1, because that was a different version of this weapon. I had the folding stock, so just small little like errors that they had with the names of weapons. I've gone ahead and fixed a few more, and I think that's pretty much all that I've updated that I can think of. Oh, another thing is, I guess I finally fixed, it was very simple, but the quick revive in solo would make the zombies run away from you, so that you could get a chance to survive. But that also happened in co-op when you went down, which is not supposed to be the case. So I just had to quickly make a test for if you're in solo or co-op before it activates that feature. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can think about for what I've finally fixed. So the last thing that needs to be done is, for some reason when I go into game options, the background just disappears, and I've already tried just loading in the default script or menu file for the game options menu, and it still does that too. So clearly it's not an issue with the actual file itself, but something else is making it not work, which is pretty freaking annoying. So I want to fix that before I release, and I have a few more other ideas planned, but I'm gonna just push those off to like a version 1.1. And lastly, we can end off with the co-op fix. So I actually changed the name here, so it says co-op with the map name, just to match with solo. And then when you go to it now, and you switch to the right map, let's see, oh, interesting. It actually has the right picture for the map finally, so that's something I was really annoyed about. And it also has the right name. And when you do start it, during the loading screen, there's like the tips that it would normally tell you, and I've changed that text to say something custom. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, and I will be back with the next part when this is finally released.